The algorithm isn't controlling you. The algorithm is exposing you. The real answer is because I want to win, and shortcuts is an easier way to lose. Most people, when they work so hard for 7 years and they get in a spot where they're about to cook and some new stuff comes, they're like, that's bad. What they're really saying is, I'm scared.
It sounds easy. There's at some point when you can't lose.
When you come from a place of less and then you get to a place of more, most people go into defense. You remember Rocky 3, he's got the robot and shit before he went to Russia. Like, he was rich. He was rich. There's something almost romantic to me of losing everything and going to zero. The blaming. We become addicted in society with fingers. Everyone's throwing fingers at all times. Where the f is the thumb?
We can have these things,
Yep.
like the atomic bomb.
Yep.
If people do the right things with it, it won't lead to the extinction of
Better
people.
than that. Humans have shown we do the right things in the net. In the macro, we're the best. In the micro, we pay attention to the 0.1% of the worst. That's a bar.
No, I ain't never seen nobody do that on the show.
Hold up, limitless. Take a stomach, got pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On the vision, I can trust. Trust, limitless. Take a stomach, got pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant.
What up, brother?
Men.
How you doing,
There
my boy?
you go.
Good to see you.
Man, good to see you as well. Good to see you as well.
My man, you good to go, brother?
You probably have a
Good to
little
see
bit
you,
more
baby.
pep in your
to see
step if the Jets was playing.
Oh my God. This Super Bowl's killing me.
This is one of those weird ones too, though. So I get it for sure. This is Gary Vee. The man needs no introduction. World-renowned, just absolute great business mind. But I think the coolest thing about you is you're not trying to hoard that knowledge.
Thank you.
You're trying to give it to other people so they can learn, so they can grow business, but also grow their brand as well. Desperately.
No, I mean
This
it.
is Fred Taylor. This is Channing Crowder. I'm Ryan Clark. Pivot fam, thank you for pivoting with us. G, like when I look at a lot of the things you post and pay attention to the way you move and what you do, you have a hustler's mentality, right? Like your focus is like, hey, you gotta continue to work. You gotta continue to put yourself out there and give yourselves opportunities to succeed. Sometimes though, with the hustler mentality comes impatience.
Yes, sir.
So how are you able to know, I'm trying to get this thing, I'm trying to move this needle this way, but I need to be patient to allow that to happen through my consistency?
Because I want to win. You know, I love talking to athletes, and you know how much love I have for all of you and the professional athlete community. Men, is it a good idea in professional football to throw 45-yard bombs on every play on your opening drive? You're gonna pick the ball off on the second play. I just don't understand how people understand. Honestly, how am I so patient? I have no choice. Like, when you are trying to make it happen quick, often it's because you're insecure. You know this, a lot of us came up different but in similar ways. People want it so fast because they want to close the gap of their insecurity. I want to make a quick money because I want to buy that watch. I want to have that car that will let me get the girl. And then you all be like, you did it. When you're not doing it for anybody but yourself, it's slow. I've never been out here ever, and I'm talking like middle school, where peer pressure was a currency. I never compromised on how I was raised. Like in high school in Jersey in the 80s and 90s, like you had to be like a jerk to like get to that next level. And I was just not willing to pick on kids or make fun of some kid that we used to, you know how school went. I was boys with this kid in 4th grade, but now the 8th grade's got a different system. I'm not gonna shit on him for popularity. If I wasn't doing that in school, I'm definitely not doing it as a grown man.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to impress no one. I'm trying to play my game. So for me, it's always been easy.
Gotcha.
When I got to a place in my career where I wanted to spit game to others, because I just how the world transformed and all this stuff. You know what's cool about the internet is the receipts are there. My early content was like black and white advice, like be on YouTube, it's gonna be big. Use Twitter like this, Facebook is this. You know, the apps are gonna be important. So, you know, I was really like giving it more like CNBC business stuff. And then I was like, wait a minute, why is no one doing this? And then I would be out and about, and now all of a sudden I'd be at a conference where 1,000 people would be there. And I didn't even know better back then. I would just stay and talk to everyone after a talk. My first talk, I stood there for 7 hours talking to everyone because I thought it was crazy people wanted to talk to me. And I was like, wait a minute, people are insecure. I don't even know if I said it that way. Back then I was just like, oh man, I'm built different. Like I got lucky. My mom, my dad, all that stuff. So the real answer is because I want to win, and shortcuts is an easier way to lose.
I don't know if to call it luck or what have you, but I can say one thing: you're not a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
You know, you're always trying to put everybody on in the sense or idea of wanting to see everybody win. I think the last time we saw you was in Cannes. You invited us on your boat, and you also extended, you know, the welcome and your resources of the people that were there and trying to look out for us too. So I appreciate that.
Thank you for saying.
But I do want to ask you: would you consider yourself a visionary?
I think I have visionary tendencies. I think that I'm very good at seeing around corners. I'm incredibly intuitive. You know, I keep going to sports because it's my favorite thing and I'm with you guys. Like, secondary play. You know, you get to the high levels, you gotta be careful because everyone's good. But like as a kid, backyard football, I was so good at picking the ball off because I would just watch the quarterback and like, I'm just, the anticipation. You know what I'm very good at? Not saying no. That's an interesting place to go maybe. Might unlock something for someone. AI. No. I'm like, maybe yes. Right?
No.
No and no.
Yeah.
I'm receptive. I'm open. They're not.
But you got to navigate it.
It could end up being no, but I start with maybe yes.
Got you.
Because if you start with no, you're cooked. When you start with no, it's over. When you start with fear, it's a wrap. The world's all fucked up because fear is on offense.
Yeah.
Both sides of the political aisle, all the bosses, all the corporations, everyone's weaponizing fear. They're all doing the same exact thing. I'm gonna scare you on immigration. I'm gonna scare you on socialism. I'm gonna scare you on like they're just all the same stuff. It's fear, 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 fear. So anything new, you know, the internet, people thought that, again, I'm a little more grown than you guys. People thought it was really stupid. You guys were little. Like it was like I was just getting into the business world. Everyone thought that was a fad. There was unlimited articles that I looked up to those magazines saying the internet will be done. This is stupid. In 5 years, and social media. You got that. You guys know. Social media was corny when you guys were right.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think so. Like all the nightlife guys that I know that are my age that run all the best spots, they laughed at internet kids back in the day. Now they recruit them, they're the most important people coming through, right? So I'm just very good at, you know, let's go take it to your game. Super Bowl I, 30,000 empty seats. You know what that meant?
No.
30,000 empty seats. It was not a big deal.
Now it's an event.
Now it's, well, 30,000 empty seats. Forget about tune in and all this. So, you know, I'm very good at maybe, with a leaning to yes. I'm also very good at willing to put myself out of business. When you start making paper, let me give you an example. I've watched you guys from day one, which is why at Cannes, I'll give you love. I want the brands to invest in you. I want you to win bad. And I'm still mad at you for that game. I bring it up every time for that Jets game. You really hurt us in that one. And I'm mad at all of you actually as a Jets fan. But now you guys build. And like I'm watching this and like this, I mean, I'm like so joyful right now. And I'm like, but here come AI influencers. And here comes this. And what if podcast starts to fall? Most people, when they work so hard for 7 years and they get in a spot where they're about to cook and some new stuff comes, they're like, that's bad. What they're really saying is, I'm scared.
Right.
But sometimes when you're 7 years in and building what you need to build, you might need to jump on that thing to double accelerate instead of you're gonna lose anyway. One more sports reference, you can never be in prevent defense in life. Because just like in football, you will lose.
Also too, Gary, I want you to give yourself a little grace. Like when you're talking about things that started a long time ago, maybe Channing and I were too young for it. Fred definitely saw it. Right? I want you, like I just, hey, Chan, I'm just saying, he was like,
I saw that too.
Fred was there.
Yeah, he was like, yo.
Anytime you say a name, Fred was there.
This is the thing, and it's okay.
Fred.
'Cause I saw it. That's okay, I saw it.
Fred.
Hey, it was so hard for
Bad
me.
news for the Raz boys. Bro, I was building businesses when Fred was drafted. Fred's young to me.
Hey, Chad, what's funny about it though? He said that, and I had to continue to listen to what he was saying because he was dropping gems.
Yeah.
But I was like, as soon as he done though, I'm gonna make sure he know he ain't that old.
Fred was there.
See, but they and I get flack too because
Fred was there.
I talk about Charizard or Gengar or
Yep.
Greninja.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They don't know. They don't know you
Gary.
plugging me with a verse Juicy Jaguar V friend, first edition. You know what I'm saying?
please don't tell me that I got to get a Charizard Rainbow.
Bro, collectibles, real talk. It's like, and everyone kind of knows. Like when I started talking about this 8 years ago, I had real people hit me up and be like, "You're losing it," straight up from love. They're like, "What are you talking about? Sports cards? You're like an important business." Back to, "Are you a visionary?" And I'm out here like making videos like, "You need to buy sports cards." Everyone's like, "He lost his damn mind." In fact, the only time I gatekept, but I wasn't gatekeeping, I was checking myself. The only time I did not make public content the second I knew something was happening was when I thought trading cards and collectibles were about to explode. I thought I was forcing it subconsciously because I grew up with it. I'm like, listen, I'm about to put out receipts and I don't want to be wrong. So let me I spent a year crossing my T's and I's before I made my first videos about Giannis and sports cards and what I thought was gonna go down. Collectibles is a big deal. Look at us, we're grown men, the four of us. Our daddies at our age right now did not wear clothes and act like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at us, we look like teenagers. Youth culture changes. You know, a Charizard is $400,000 for the best one. It's art now, it's Andy Warhol. I'd rather buy a Bill Russell 57 Topps rookie card because what I think Bill meant for the game, for the culture. That collectible means more to me than buying a vase from Sotheby's from Europe from 1830. But a 50-year-old businessman just a generation ago, he was buying that. We were buying sneakers and rare watches, and we're buying collectibles, and I think it's phenomenal because it's fun, it keeps you youthful, and it's just fun. Like, I'm like up at night trying to buy 1940 Superman rookie cards because real talk, like I'm doing my life and I'm up doing that right now because they're like $8,000 for not even in good condition. I think they're going to 100. Like that's, you know, and so that's happening. Yeah, you're gonna have to.
I know you love that. Now you gonna get you some.
I'm not getting a Charizard Rainbow.
Because that might not mean anything to you.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite athlete of all time?
Lawrence Taylor.
Great. An LT 82 Topps rookie in perfect condition that you could buy for 10K right now, that long term will go up. You might want to buy that.
Yeah.
You may not, but you might.
But even for that, where I would want to say, because like you said, you're an open book and you're not a gatekeeper, you try to help people out. You try to tell people the trends and all. As the trends change, as the economy changes, as all of that changes, how is that tough on you to really try to keep people up? Because people are going to listen to you with investing.
Which is why I don't say much. Like, it's not like every day for me. And I go macro. I'm saying collectibles are good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like you have to buy Lawrence Taylor. In fact, Lawrence Taylor is likely not one because there's nothing that's gonna happen with LT. He's made the Hall of Fame. I mean, he could become a game show host, but I know too much about LT to know he won't. And so
LT ain't game show host.
LT's not gonna do anything that's gonna make that go crazy.
Yeah.
Right? But that might mean something to you like a piece of art, right? It might. And that's more common now than it used to be. Someone like you that's not really about that life is starting to consider to buy something like that. I'll talk in macro, but not specific. I'm not gonna tell people to go buy a Me Too rare, Pokemon, or I'm not gonna say go buy Kevin Garnett rookie cards. You know what I mean? I won't go specific because it's too hard and I could be wrong and it moves too much. Yeah. But I walk in here right now as Bitcoin's crashing. I'm comfortable to say out loud, I'm buying Bitcoin left and right the last 48 hours because I'm cost averaging out. Yeah. It was $1.25, it's 68,000. It can go down to 30,000. If I said here right now, y'all, you have to buy Bitcoin, and you guys aired this tomorrow, I'm sure you have a process, but if you did, and it goes from 68 to 42, people are gonna be mad at me, but I'm saying 68 buy now for 13 years from now.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
You're a leader in that space. You were ahead of your time. You saw around the corner and knew that social media would be a platform where you could do things like this. You mentioned how leaders on both sides politically
Yes.
are driving the subconscious with fear.
That's right, they're trying to create their outcomes, weaponizing, scaring people.
Okay, so for you though, what fears do you have as a leader in your space? What are some of the things that are true, that could truly be negatives that you would warn people against?
The only thing I'm personally scared about is the health of my family. Real fucking talk. That's real, right? Like, I'm not scared of AI at all. Humans have shown consistently. You actually want to get off your fear of AI? Go read about the history of electricity. Go to the library, because that's the only place you can get this stuff. It's crazy. Libraries are important, y'all. I love libraries because everyone just thinks everything's on the internet. A lot of stuff's not on the internet. But you gotta go to a library. It's weird as hell. And once in a while, I do it. Rarely, once every 10 years, I did it for AI. I knew the answers to AI were in electricity, and I was struggling to get enough. So I just went to the New York Library and literally read old articles from the New York Times in the 19, it's crazy. And it's all the same, man. People were scared shitless. Listen, we now know it. Could you imagine being around when electricity, like everything was candle.
Right.
People thought there were demons in it. People would not put electricity in their homes because they thought there were demons in it. Humans are scared of change in a real way. People hear something that scares them. AI's gonna do this. It's gonna be written with biases. Right, that was the first thing 18 months ago. We better be scared of AI because all the white dudes from San Francisco, ironically, were here, are gonna write it, and it's gonna be bad for minorities and women. Okay, next. It's gonna, the one that's got everyone shook. Do you know why everyone hates AI, right? Everyone's scared to lose their job.
Yes, 100%.
Straight up.
Computers gonna steal it.
100%. By the way, electricity changed everyone's job.
Skynet. I watched Terminator.
Yeah, I get
Skynet.
it. I get it. My belief is the following. Man, are you familiar that there's something called the atomic bomb? Are you familiar that it's been around for 70 years? I just believe in humanity, bro. Real talk. I believe in the human spirit, straight up.
And so, and I want to have this analogy.
Please.
The way you use the analogy, I want to make sure it's clear. In your mind, it's, hey, we can have these things,
Yep.
like the atomic bomb,
Yep.
but if people do the right things with it, it won't lead to the extinction of
Better
people.
than that. Humans have shown we do the right things in the net. In the micro, a knife is bad.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the knife. We should ban them. Someone stabbed someone yesterday. In the macro, we're the best. In the micro, we pay attention to the 0.1% of the worst.
Agreed.
That's a bar. Fuck, man. Give me something. That's real shit.
No, I ain't never seen nobody do that on the show. Dog.
said
Hey,
that's a bar.
I ain't never seen nobody.
That's some real shit,
mid
though.
question, mid conversation. Man, that's a bar, man. Just, like, I adapt myself. I need to get you.
That's how you know when you know.
Right.
It's a gym.
That was one.
I think about this every day. I don't know what happened. Thank you, God, for the mom you gave me, the circumstances you gave me, my inability to be confused. I walk around Earth every day and I see nothing but love. Straight up. I'm aware that if you're looking for negativity or hate or you're shook, rubbernecking, the fuck are we looking at an accident for?
Nosy as hell.
I get if you turn on the news, I get how the algorithms work. There's no politics in my algorithm. There's a lot of Jets football, Knicks, cards, wine, happy, joy, rainbow. By the way, I can change don't believe me about the algorithm? Everybody, don't believe me that you're in control of the algorithm, not the algorithm on you. Right now, everybody stop the podcast, go to Instagram, go to search, type in rainbows, enter, like 3 posts, out. Go back to the search, put in happiness, like 5 pieces of content, out. This is the most important part. Type in Gary Vee, follow that account, like 3 things, go out, put it down, come back in the morning, show me your stream, email me, Gary@VaynerX, tell me what happened. The algorithm isn't controlling you, the algorithm is exposing you.
You own one today. Yeah, you on one today. Hey, you on one today.
Do you know why I'm so excited about AI? Because I have zero musical ability in my body, but when they make this AI music, I've got real bars. I'm gonna be the biggest rapper in the game. I just can't sing. I just can't flow.
It's the melody that
I
gets you.
have none of that shit. I got that white fucking man shit in me. But the AI is gonna give it to me. I'm gonna be like, all right, give me a Metro Boomin fucking beat and give me a little baby cadence, Wheezy on the end, prime Wheezy, like Carter Ford, like boom. But all my words, now play, I'm gonna fucking own Spotify. I'm gonna own, because the shit I've got to say is so fucking real, and I'm often countercultural because I don't fucking follow.
Yeah.
I go back and I'm like, let me think. On some like, I would have been good like 800,000 years ago, like as a philosopher. I would have been that dude like under the tree and be like, I would have been a good philosopher. Like comes natural to me, like I'm not gonna rush to anything. I'm gonna stay quiet. You know, it's funny, I was a bad student, but I was good at history. I'm good at pattern recognition. You know, I'm good at that shit. That's a little bit of like the stuff we were talking about. So yeah, I'm optimistic, man. I'm really straight up optimistic. Let me say this. Everyone who's scared about AI and mad about the work stuff, when they realize AI is gonna save your mom's life, wait till people realize what AI is gonna do to medicine. Yeah, you might lose a job, you'll get another one, but when your daughter lives because of AI medicine, and she wouldn't have without it, I think you're gonna have a different take on AI.
Right. G, you've built wealth, influence, access. Those are the things you talk about. And I'm sure you've also talked about failure or how many times you didn't succeed, right?
Yeah.
But people kind of listen to whatever they want to listen to.
Yes,
So they
yes.
sort of miss that. So one, give us a little bit of game about failure, but also tell us about what's overrated about success.
I'm gonna start there because that's a great question because that's not asked of me often. There's many things that are potentially overrated about success. It's predicated on who we are individually. We talk in this world now so much in the macro, but everything's micro. I'll give you a wild one about me. One of the overrated aspects of his success is being known. It's crazy what I'm about to say, because I'm one of the actual most prolific content creators of the last 20 years. I'm private as hell. And for the people that really follow me, they know that, because I don't share anything about my family. One of the overrated things about success is lack of privacy. You know? I don't mind when I'm out and about. In fact, I love people I'm crazy. I'm a lover boy. I like strangers like they're my family. I'm like, I was in Radio Row and I'm dapping up people like they're my boys from the 80s. Yeah. I like people. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. I like it. It's easy for me. I'm not scared of people. I love people, all kinds. I grew up with such great diversity as a kid too, so it was locked in for me early. You know, going to MLK elementary school, you know what kind of life that is, you know? Like, and we had it good. It wasn't just black kids. Like, we had Asian and Indian and white, like, and it was just like this beautiful thing. So like, people are natural to me. But when I'm with my family, I have a 16 and 13-year-old, they're trying to maximize time with dad. Yeah. They're not about that like person that rolls up and wants to tell me like their business idea. Right. They're like, it's limited to begin with, given dad's life. Like, I'm not trying to share you right now. That's a downside, right? Listen, downside comes in like the pressure of being the financial beacon in your circle. Have a funny feeling y'all know what I'm talking about. All of a sudden, everyone's looking at you. And forget about the shit we hear about like a cousin comes out of the woodworks. It's not even like, of course it's sometimes that, but it's even just true day to day. Like true day to day where you have a family member that's got good intent for you, but it's in the air. Like you're the one that will fix it if there's a problem. It's the pressure of being the guy. You know, for me that comes natural, but I've seen it really hurt a lot of my friends. For me it came natural because I was an immigrant kid and my mom from day one was like, you know, I had some I've had a real epiphany about my childhood. I think one of the biggest issues in the world right now is kids are getting grown too late.
You say getting grown too late?
Yes, sir. I think there's too many parents that are treating their 22-year-old man's son like he's 9. Still on the payroll.
I feel that.
On this fucking, you know, this whole like, let's share our location. Like, I was out at a business meeting with a 26-year-old dude and his mom called him 3 times. He had to call him back because mom saw that he wasn't home yet. I'm like, you're 26, bro.
Get out the titties.
I literally told him to his face, I'm like, disconnect with your mom's location now. Like, so I think we have an issue of grown late right now. All well intended. You know this, like you have kids, like we all know. You don't come from something, you got something, you want it good for your kids, but that's the fuck up. Yeah. I had grown too early syndrome. My mom lost her mom at 5 in Russia. It's tough. My dad lost his dad at 15. I was the oldest and the only one that was born in the old country. Now I got siblings here. Yeah. My mom, I'm getting goosebumps. My mom from the get was like, if something happens to me and dad, you're in charge. I'm 9.
She was already prepping you based on her experiences.
Exactly, I don't have judgment towards my mom killed it. I talk often about my mom being the greatest of all time, but like, this was like, that's, you know, life. So I was grown at like 14. At 14, I was already working in my dad's liquor store. I was already like a better businessman than him. I was like, do this, dad, do this. Like I was already making my own money. I didn't get a gift after 11. Everything was like, you want Sega Genesis? Go get it. So I'm flinging, slinging, and shoveling snow and washing, like, so I was grown early.
26 is too long.
Yes, sir.
You're a grown ass man,
yes.
Tighten up. I think 11 is too soon.
I agree.
What's that mid-ground for you? Like with your kids now, what's that mid-ground?
I'm a big fan. We've been talking about it in the office a lot. 18's a watershed moment. And then I'm on some let me give grace to the kids. And actually, you're gonna be surprised by this. I'm on some 20, I have an interesting relationship with 25. So I think of it in 3 numbers, 18, 22, and 25. 18 feels right to me, but that's me. 22 is like some on, you went through college or like what the years are supposed to college, fine. I'm even on some, because I'll tell you where I'm going with this. I'll give you to 25. My thing is, on your 25th birthday, shut your fucking mouth. I am done hearing it's mom's fault, it's dad's fault, it's Trump's fault, it's Biden's fault, it's Instagram's fault, it's China's fault. When the fuck is it your fault?
That's real.
Right? Like, listen, here's my thing. Again, I got lucky. I grew up in like not the best places. Most of my friends had a fucked up sitch. Dad was an alcoholic, mom wasn't there. Like, real shit. My thing is, if you've ever seen, man, I went to a hood college. I was such a bad student, I thought I was not gonna go and trick my parents. My mom smacked me in the face and said, you're not gonna embarrass me, you're going to college. I went to Mount Ida College. 90% of the kids in Newton, Massachusetts were on financial aid. 80% of the population at my college was black and Hispanic on financial aid. I'm not talking about fucking HBCU. Yeah. Like this was CeeLo and spades and guns and knives and basketball. Like I went, like my guy. I went to D Wade's spades party for the first time 7-8 years ago during NBA All-Star. My first draw in the tournament was Chris Paul and his mom. His mom is a gangster spades player. I caught her on a deep cut throwaway move that you have to like really play spades like that. This woman turned to me and she said, and she's a player. I got her. Because she thought she was playing a white dude who didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I did this on her.
100% Mark.
100%. I did this move on her. She turned, she said, boy, what you know about spades? I said, way more than you think, Mama Paul. So in that culture, in that life, like I saw my college crew, there was a lot of kids. One of our friends is in jail for life for murder. He didn't make it to the other side. The rest of my crew, everybody became a much better man than what they grew up with. Yeah. If they had the strength to do it, if they found their community to help them, then everyone that looked like them can too. Yeah. Gee, and so that's the excuses, I'm sorry, Brian. The excuses thing is what I'm trying to talk about. The blaming. We become addicted in society with fingers. Everyone's throwing fingers at all times. Where the fuck is the thumb? Where's the thumb?
My question to that would be this, G. I had this conversation actually today on Message. Someone put a message out on their social about racism.
Yes.
And this was a black man, and he was basically saying, like, I feel like if you speak about racism, you're now becoming a victim. And he's like, I don't want to be around, he's like, I don't want to be around people who are victims. I don't want to be around people who are blaming others for their stuff. And my reply to him was this: if I see bullshit, I can call you on bullshit. I don't have to believe that that bullshit can hamper me from becoming or being everything that I was made supposed to be and I will work to be. But that also doesn't mean I have to allow your bullshit to continue
you don't have to give it a pass.
without giving it a pass. And so my question to you would be, how would you?
What's the balance of that?
What's the balance of that?
It's such a great question. I think of it as this way, one man's point of view. There is systematic issues in society. Yeah. But you said it so beautifully. That doesn't mean that that needs to completely impact you in a way where everything out of your mouth, your whole being, is based on the excuses of why not. Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny, you're saying something very important. I think things are blended, and things are easy for me to decouple. Mm-hmm. Both things can be true. There could be systematic sexism, racism, separation of wealth scares the fuck out of me. I hate it. Because, you know, Charles Barkley said, we don't have a black and white issue, we have a rich and poor issue. And
that's a real thing.
And so there's some real things to debate in there because we know.
That's real.
Right? Look at the enormity of black wealth that's been created in the last 40 years in America compared to before because of the rise of sport and entertainment and just the culture. I mean, the culture. The culture is black culture. Mm-hmm. And then it becomes culture. I always say to my brands, you want me to sell to 14-year-old white girls in America? I'm going to Southside Atlanta, making it cool there, and I'll see you in 24 months.
Did you see the SNL, the news report, and it was a young white actor, I don't know who he is, and he said, he's like, let's be real. He said, Gen Z culture is just black culture.
Of course.
He said black people take something and they make it cool. He's like, and then young teenagers see it and they start to utilize it and then it becomes a thing.
And it's starting to blend. Adversity is the foundation of success. Mm. Black in America, because of our history, is that. But now you're starting to see it with Hispanic, right? Look what happened to music. Hip hop was crushing. And by the way, you know what made rock and roll good? Those South boys that were poor as shit. Right. Yeah. You guys know, you had teammates from the South, white boys that were more hood than the black kids on the team. Right?
And they were ingratiated and quote unquote, like you said, the culture.
Or my favorite, you know what Northeast white and black dudes were always confused by? I was like, no, the kids were recruiting. I remember I was recruiting a kid for Vayner Sports, a black kid, and I was like, I'm gonna go hunting and fishing with him. And like Northeast people are like, wait, black people like hunting and fishing? Like, they didn't even know, right? Like,
he loves it.
Yeah, the Jets coach, Aaron Glenn, he's a cowboy.
Yes.
You know, like there's all these subcultures, but it's adversity. Jewish culture in America. Those were people that ran from a country because they didn't want to get killed. They started from zero and they built. It's just the same game. That's why you're seeing the Hispanic, impact so heavy now. Now reggaeton, who's doing Super Bowl?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Right? That's not Gloria Estefan. That's a different game. So, you know what I mean?
But VG, how do you sit down in all these rooms? Because people will listen to you.
Yep.
70-year-old white billionaire listen to you.
Yep.
What's different that you can sit in every room and people will listen to what you say?
Because I've been in every room. That's why I tell all the people that are mad at DE&I, yes, anything out of whack gets crazy. But bro, the reason I can sit in every room is because I grew up in every room. My life just this is why I'm so driven with gratitude. I did go to Martin Luther King Elementary School. I did spend 4 years of college playing spades and CeeLo, right? But I also worked in my daddy's liquor store that was literally in the middle of the tracks. One side on the daddy's liquor store was Union, New Jersey, Elizabeth, like hood. They came to the liquor store buying $7 jugs of wine and a 6-pack of Budweiser. And the other side of the tracks was Short Hills and Milburn. And they came in and bought $900 wine. I feel like I can be in rooms because when I'm in rooms, if I was in Asian gaming culture, I come in humble, I can't be in the room. I can be in rooms because if I'm in a room that I don't know, I show respect. Yep. And I'm in a lot of rooms because I was in a lot of places by the time I was 22. The luck of my draw had me in so many different places that, I was an immigrant. This is a funny one. I grew up in Edison, New Jersey, that capital of the immigration of Indians to America in the 80s. So I'm the immigrant in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, right? Because I was the only one not born in America. Black, Asian. My second grade picture is crazy. 4 Indian kids, 4 Asian kids, 4 black kids, 4 white. It was crazy. United Nations. But then here came all these Indians, and everyone's like, who are all these people? But I had empathy for them because I'm like, I remember feeling not American. So I became boys with all the Indians, and those kids were trying to sling and make money too. Problem is they got straight A's too. They were crazy. Right. These Indian gangsters were crazy. I was getting F's, but that's because I was slinging and trying to make money. These kids were slinging and making money and getting straight A's.
So that explains how we started. We're wanting to see everybody win, your foundation, how you came up. But let me ask you, what excites you more, building companies, building people, or building legacy, or is it a combination or a blend of
It's a combination of both. Of what you just said, combination of both. I love building up people that impact the businesses I'm building in parallel. I've seen like 4 or 5 alumni on this trip. It's funny, I watch people move. People that look like me, built things, many people we would all know, they have feelings when people leave them. I'm not gonna be as aggressive as slavery, but like I'm stunned how many big tycoons that we look up to have feelings when a kid leaves and tries to build something for themselves. I'm the reverse. I want my alumni, motherfucker, if my alumni is better than me, I want them to build shit bigger than me. I don't understand this concept of not realizing the world is abundant. So I love building up people, clearly. That's why I'm sitting here right now. I'm hoping that someone that's listening hears something a little different this time and it switches. But I love building companies. For that, I got too many companies. Right. You know, like, because I love it. In fact, I have big companies, but they could be bigger if I had less of them. Mm-hmm. But I'd rather make less money and enjoy my game. And then as far as legacy, I think about it. I think in sports terms. My life is framed in sports, no question. That is probably the selfish part of me. I'm curious of how all-time great I can be, and I'm still working on it.
I have a question about evolution though.
Please.
You don't become an all-time great without evolution, and you continue to use sports, so I'll use sports. Tom Brady, greatest career of all time.
Yes.
Greatest player of all time.
Please don't remind me.
But he had to evolve, right? The first Super Bowl, it wasn't about Tom Brady.
No, it wasn't.
It was
he
about,
had to make sure he didn't make a mistake.
It was about defense, about Vinatieri. Then he moved into MVP Tom Brady, and they don't win at that point. Yeah. And then he becomes the greatest of all time, wins 3 more, goes to Tampa Bay. So Sir Isaac Newton, right, whenever he said it, he was like, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And everybody was like, ooh. And he was basically kind of just like that
was a real bar, by
he was like, you do some stuff. He's basically like, you do some stuff. Yeah, he's like, you do some stuff gonna happen on the outside. Yeah, right? But that's how knowledge had, because at that time, nobody had ever stated.
Yeah, that's right.
There are some people who may know what you know, G, but they don't state it. They don't put their brand behind it. They don't put their name on it.
They're not willing to deal with the ramifications.
That's what I'm about to ask you. What has made you so willing to say, I believe in this? I'm willing to not only put myself in it, but put you up on it too.
Complete lack of fear. You asked me a real question, what am I scared of? I gave you a real answer. So if the only thing I'm actually scared of is the health of my family, I'm not scared about getting canceled on the internet for 48 hours. I'm not scared of losing money. I'm not scared of going all the way back, right? The thing that scares me to my bone is that my favorite Rocky is Rocky 5 when he loses everything and goes back to Philly.
One more round, Tommy.
Bro, when he loses everything. You remember Rocky 3, he's got the robot and shit before he went to Russia. Like, he was rich. He was rich. And I don't know why that Rocky came out when he goes back to the Philly hood, because he lost it all. Mm-hmm. And I was romantic about it. Like, shook me. I'm literally straight up getting goosebumps. There's something almost romantic to me of losing everything and going to zero. Hearing the whispers from all of you be like, damn, he really fucked up. He wasn't that good after all. I'm like on some, you know who I would have been as an athlete? The best, which is crazy because I love the Knicks just below the Jets. I would have been a badass fucking villain. I want everybody in the arena to boo me. Which is wild because no one does. I'm like loved, but in my real, I'm just not scared of anything. I'm with me, I'm with myself, I'm in my cocoon. I know I have nothing but good intent. So even if I make a mistake, I have the grace to give myself, because I'm a human, I will apologize. If I am wrong, I will stay back. I will be vulnerable when I understand. I've been on a 3-year run telling people that candor was a kryptonite for me as an operator. I'm just not scared, my man.
What's sexy, but like you talked about Rocky going back to Philly. What's the beautiful part or romantic part or sexy part about that? Is it the losing of it all?
That's not scary.
Huh?
Right, that it's not scary.
No, okay, but I'm saying like, would it be, what makes it romantic? Losing it all or having an ability
Chance to
to
build
live in
again?
it or to build in that?
I do love the rides to the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because there is a part of me that says, I'm not scared because I'll build it back up and I'll be like, told you. But really, you know this. I know, man, do I know you guys know this. When you come from a place of less and then you get to a place of more, most people go into defense. Mm-hmm. They do not want to go back. And I just have this weird, like, I can live in an apartment that has a rat in it with like a bullshit TV. Like, I don't know, like I can eat $2 fast. I don't want to for my health, but like, I don't know what it is, but it's just, I'm not trying to do dumb shit to make it happen, but I'm just, I'll give you one. When people get the most on tilt about America, like America falling, I'm like, all right, like, I'll go to New Zealand and start over. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I've got, I don't know.
It's biblical, right, what you're doing, right? It's the story of the parable of the talents.
Yeah, I don't know it, but
So the parable of the talents is this. Jesus talked about people who all had talents, and there was some part of it, they buried their talents, and someone else went out to multiply it.
Yeah.
And in burying your talents, the fear of finally having something and being so scared to lose it, you didn't multiply to honor God. And in the way that you're living life, you are saying, hey, look, I have these talents, I have this ability. Now that I've built myself into something, I'm not too scared to lose it. I'll continue to honor it by building more. And I think that's a difficult thing to do.
But it sounds easy. There's at some point when you can't lose. You get so much money, you can't lose. You give so much investments that you can go and get your 10% on 100 million, and then now, like, I can't lose moving forward.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Like, my financial advisor hates me. It's not how I'm playing. It's also funny that money is like the framework of the combo, right? Like, I don't know, I've had a wild relationship with money my whole life. I'm great at it, but I do not respect it. I don't like it.
Man.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You know what I like? And this is real talk. I like freedom. Mm-hmm. So the reason I got D's and F's in school was like, I'm like, no, I'm not doing homework. Mm-hmm. Bro, I did not open a textbook in 4 years of high school. I got zeros on every book report. I did not do homework. On my Scantron, I did A, B, C, B, A, C, B. I had freedom in fucking the system. That's what I like money for. I have freedom. But sometimes, you know this, I actually think most people get money and lose freedom.
I agree with that.
So I have money. I view it as optionality, but it's not my jail. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm detached. That's another thing. Lately, a lot of people have been giving me flowers around humility. Like, as my whole thing keeps going and more people know me, and I just think it's because I don't believe that I'm great either. Like, it's just really Zen shit. Like, as you get older, I'm like, damn. Like, all the shit people are talking about now, stoicism, Buddha, I'm like, shit. That's, like, I've been that. Yeah. And that was because I lost a lot as a kid. Immigrant, got picked on for not speaking English, then sports, played 24/7. Early on, dominated. First, second grade, I was killing it. Hand-eye coordination, crazy. But then, you guys know this, 5th grade, all of a sudden speed, strength, agility, athleticism, all this shit got caught up. And then like business, I'm trying to sell shit. 900 people say no, one says yes. You start to fall in love with the micro no. I'm in love with the micro no. In fact, too much success early on, I always am scared for kids. Really good looking and really good at school and really good at sports, I'm like, You're about to get caught.
Yeah, that was
I see a 16-year-old that just is like, that guy, looks too good, he's got the girl, wins too much in sports, and straight A, going to Penn or Harvard, tennis first. I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna walk into some fire at 26 and not know what to do.
Half the athletes right now, with that entitlement.
That's right, because you guys didn't grow up in the era of all this AAU, one sport, all the you guys grew up different.
Right, we grew up understanding not to put the shine before the grind.
Yeah.
That we grinded first and then that
That's right.
stardom, all of that came.
It's
And
tough for these kids, Fred. Fred, you would have been on, there would have been an Instagram of a clip of you as like an 8th grader getting offers to Alabama.
Yeah.
Like it would have been, it just, they got it
you
different.
become complacent.
Which is why it's all about parenting now and we need to get in our caves with our crew and get our shit basic. Because the world's complicated. We got to get basic.
Gee, I need your help.
Please.
Like, man to man, I
Man to
really
man.
need your. How can I stop spending money on Whatnot?
I can't do it either. It's so fun.
It's crazy.
What is
Yeah.
that?
Whatnot is a live shopping app that has collectibles, and we're just buying cards, opening up packs. We love that game.
everything.
It's our casino.
It has everything. Like, and I hear you talk a lot about TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok Shop.
Yep.
AI influencers.
Yep. You're
All of
paying
that
attention,
different
my
stuff.
man.
Oh,
Thank
of
you.
course.
Thank you.
Because we have some stuff behind
you
the scenes
guys-
working.
you guys are-
grown people buying cards.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
No, but
That's
it's
crazy,
more
Gary.
than cards, Channing.
It's really not.
It's really more than cards. And when I talk about Whatnot and TikTok Shop and AI influencers, like really I've been working behind the scenes before I bring to my people what we're trying to do with Pivot, Performance
This is-
Energy, and a
You need
lot
to
of
do-
other
This
stuff.
needs to be on TikTok more than Whatnot because of the way that
Right.
algorithm works. I'll
Right.
talk to you about it off camera.
sure.
Let me answer yours. I do it for investment purposes. Like I made real money. I bought a Super Mario, you know Mario from Super Mario? Yeah. I bought his Japanese rookie card on eBay 24 months ago for $35. It sells for $3,500 now. That's just a good investment.
Man.
When you can do that, G.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to you, and it's like a thing with football players.
Yep.
Right? It's when your entire self-worth is attached to your career. Of
course.
What do you do when that career goes away?
tough,
right?
man.
It would be akin to you saying, I had to move back in my old neighborhood.
My guy, that's why I started VaynerSports. I was so infatuated with the depression that came along with the transition. Infatuated.
How do you separate that, right? Because you're a builder of businesses.
Yes.
How do you separate your self-worth from what you've been able to build?
Because my
business-wise?
mama made me see, like drilled in me so consistently that my self-worth had to be based on how nice I was. I just got very fortunate, bro. That's real talk. My mom just, that's what it was. Like, by the time I was 17, like, I fully have my self-worth based on how you men talk about me behind my back when I'm not here. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's where, I don't, nothing else. And I get it, but it's just true. Yeah. And then that's why it's so awesome. That's why I'm unstoppable. Right, there's a great term in boxing, like, a fighter that has nothing to lose is a dangerous
fighter.
Right? So you go into it. This is why someone who's like 7 and 19 knocks out a kid on the come up at 21 and 0. That person just said, fuck it, I don't give a shit.
I lost 19 times already.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's in the corner, he's like, and it's like, you know, and that's kind of, I have that mentality because I'm just not attached to my 21 and 0. I'm not attached to my best season. In fact, it really, this is a weird one going on with me right now. I came out the gate hot this year. In fact, you guys said you're on one. I'm on one, actually. I actually called my brother 2 weeks ago and said, bro, just on some random like theatrical shit, because I knew I was locked in. I said, bro, and I don't usually call him in the middle of the day. We talk night. He's like, what's up? I said, can you look up Jerry Rice's career? He was like, what? Like just some super left field. I was like, can you pull up Jerry Rice's career? He's like, okay, what's going on? I was like, what was his best season? He like looks, he's like, 95 was kind of crazy, 1,800 yards. I go, bro, this is like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, mid-January, 3 weeks into the year. I'm like, bro, I might have a 95 Jerry Rice season this year. I've done more. This is real talk. I have done more. So I had a funny vacation. I usually travel warm weather. I was in New York. Me and my wife just like, you know what? And I just had time, right? I just started like doing stuff that I don't normally do. I was just like, and I wrote this thing called intentionality and impact. I'm very improv.
Two different things.
I'm very improv. I'm very osmosis. I value longevity, continuity, vibes, loyalty. And I say, you know what? I got too much going on. I got 8 or 9 real businesses going crazy. And I got like 30, 40 people around me who've been with me for 10 years. And I'm not really giving them enough direction. They're just homie, they're in a family now. They're doing shit. But I was like, you know what? And I just started writing down, what are the 3 things I want Vayner Sports to get done this year? My restaurant group, which is exploding. VaynerMedia is gonna do $400 million in revenue. It's a big ass company, not in value, in revenue.
Yes, sir.
Vayner Sports is exploding. You know, I'm pretty excited. Oh, I'm gonna probably be in Pittsburgh. We have Sonny Styles, we rep from Ohio State. He's gonna be a top 15 pick.
Yep.
So we're excited about that. You know, V Friends is completely out of control. I'm literally actually, no bullshit, building the next Marvel and Pokemon in front of everyone's eyes. But it's like the 3rd thing I'm doing and no one can see it. And like, I'm building this crazy podcast network I decided this year where I'm gonna do 4 shows. I'm gonna build a network where I'm the Ryan Seacrest, I'm like doing all of them. But I'm gonna build a network, so I've got all this stuff. And then I've got these incredible people. Sid on my team, who's run my content. Hannah Park, my chief of staff. Justin Avello, my brother-in-law, who's in my, and I'm like, everyone here can do more too. And I just started writing down, and I'm just fucking locked in. And like, what's been done in 30 days on this? Because you know, the student doesn't come out that often. Like, I don't do that often. So when I did, but it wasn't the action. It was where I was at. I was ready to make 26 crazy. And it's all just so easy for me because of what, we talked about the good shit before I just got to, so the reason this is all gonna work is because I'm okay if it doesn't.
Now my question to you would be, young people who watch our show, and I love the social media posts where there's a young entrepreneur or someone who is searching and they ask you a question, you answer the question.
Yeah.
3 things, if you said, hey, these are 3 foundational principles of building a brand or business, and here's ways to start, what would those things be?
I'm gonna give you a weird one first that I really believe in. Number 1, curiosity. The real stuff that I'm seeing is people that are curious, because there's so little friction to do shit now. So number 1 is curiosity, and the action is take full advantage of ChatGPT and Gemini. Literally, the stuff I'm doing on this thing, I'm curious. I'm like, why did this happen? When did this happen? How did this happen? Why did this just happen? Break this, the fun one. Okay, I don't understand this chemical thing. Break this down in NFL terms. like, you know, that does it. It really does it. Yeah. So using AI in this moment where it can tell you the answers to everything and using your curiosity, because it will lead you to something new and clever. Look, I think number 2 is some sort, I'll call it DMP. I'll say discipline and patience. It's just real, y'all. Like, if I did a push-up right now, I would not look like y'all. A push-up is not gonna get me there. And I really think people are like that. They're like, I made a social media post. I'm like, and? Like in the famous words of like Chris Rock, like, what do you want, a cookie? Like you need to post 800 times all month for 13 years and then we can talk. Like it's this level of patience and discipline that no one wants, which goes to the 3rd principle, which is perspective. You have to understand why you're doing things. I'm telling you the reason everyone got fast is they want to impress everyone else. People are living their lives out here trying to impress people that they don't even know or like. Like living their life, making your life to impress people on the other side of these cameras that you don't even know. People being shook when Johnny Pants 19 says you suck in the comments. Like living their life. Like people are scared to post about their yoga interests or their startup idea. Scared because Sally Pants McGee R7 might be like, you look terrible today, your lighting's off. I think we need a shift, but we need to stop blaming.
Is blaming number 3, is stop blaming number 3?
Yeah, accountability is over everything. It's like,
gotcha.
To me, like accountability is the oxygen needed in our society. We just absolutely default into blaming everybody but the one person that is actually capable of changing the script.
I see V Friends,
Yes, sir.
hell of a collab with Top Scrum.
Yes, sir.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Just really quick before you leave though, because you said your self-worth is determined by what people say about you in rooms.
Behind my back,
Behind
they
your
know
back.
me based on my actions towards them as a human.
Okay. And looking at a lot of times people, you ask that question about the glass half empty or half
Yes.
full, right? And that's perspective.
Yes.
Are you more of it's about who you know type of person or more so about who knows you?
Man, it's so crazy where my brain goes, so I'll answer and then I'll answer yours. I think it's more of how you feel about yourself. Like, those 2 things are important, but like I think those things mean nothing compared to How did you wake up today and how are you talking to yourself about you? Then I'm a little more, I'm 50-50 on that, brother. I think network matters. I think people should push curiosity to meet different people, different shit happens. I think who you hang out with is real. I think optimism, practical optimism circles change the perception. If we sat here and dwelled, that's why everyone's fucked up. Everyone's just in politics all day. And it's important. You can't put your head in the sand of injustice and shit like that, but all day, like you've got to have, you know, you're gonna lose every football game if the defense goes out on every play. You gotta score, you know? But I also think having attention, who knows you, that matters. Attention's the currency. You can't sell anything. God, trading cards, energy drinks, hats, a different way of looking at the world. You can't sell shit. A pastor makes nothing happen if the church is empty.
Yep, that's true.
So attention is the currency. What you do with that attention becomes your legacy.
Man, I think, you know, they say sometimes the sequel doesn't live up to the original, but this is even better than the first time, man. We really appreciate your time, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, family. Yes, sir. Man, that was good.
Thank you.
It's always good when you get the second conversation, because it doesn't have to be like we're telling your story.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's the...
Hold up, limitless, niggas to me got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up. On the mission got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On this vision I can trust. Limitless, niggas to me got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up.